Hi, everybody. Welcome to Life Wisdom with Ed Langan. Our intention with this show is to offer practical and spiritual information to help you in your life and help you learn and move forward. And we also have life wisdom from the guides, which is love, inspiration, faith, and empowerment. On this spiritual talk show, we talk about everything from self-love and creating your own reality to quantum physics and what your soul wants you to know. I'm your host, Ed Langan. I am a psychic channel for ascended masters, a life coach, a law of attraction expert, and a spiritual teacher. Other than that, I'm just a regular guy, whatever that might be. In this episode of Life Wisdom with Ed Langan, we're going to be talking about releasing limiting beliefs. The first part of the show, I'm going to talk about what beliefs are and how they affect our lives. And then in the second part, we're going to talk about how to release beliefs. I'm going to do an EFT tapping on releasing beliefs, and I have some other information to share with you. In the second part of the show, we're going to turn it over to the guides and let you guys ask questions about anything that's important to you. The guides are here to help. You can join in the live chat and send a question in, and I think that's about it. Right in the live chat, you can send it in. Remember, the more focused and more powerful the question, the more focused and powerful the answer from the guide. So we're going to do that in the second half. Good. We would like to thank everybody who is liking and sharing all of our programs. All of us here at Star Nations really appreciate that, because what you're doing is you're giving everybody who is searching for this information, seeking this information, looking for this information to be able to find it. You're spreading the word, you're spreading the teachings, and we really appreciate that. There's a lot of really wonderful shows on Star Nations. If you haven't done some exploring, I really suggest that you check it out. It's a really valuable resource full of amazing spiritual information. My friend Maureen Mann does a show on angel therapy, and that's the fourth Thursday of every month at the same time as mine. And my friend Polly Jo does two shows. She does a show about chakra sessions and a soul connection. One is on Tuesday and one is Thursday. And then Neshi, who is the founder of Star Nations, does a show every single day. She does a show where she draws a card. And she also does a show one evening, I think it's a Tuesday evening, but I'm not positive, called Communications from Home. So if you haven't checked out Star Nations, there's a lot of really valuable information. It's a great resource. And again, from all of us here for liking and sharing our shows and watching and commenting, we really appreciate it. So a heartfelt thank you to all of you. We really appreciate that. Thank you. Good. All right, I have lots of papers here today. So let's check and see who's in the live stream today. Julie Shumway Hill is there. Hi, Julie. How are you? Thank you for being here. And let's see who else. Marge is doing a great job. Neshi is here. Hi, Neshi. How are you? Marge is doing a great job of putting everybody up there. My friend Maureen is here. Maureen, hi, Maureen. How are you? She has a wonderful show on angel therapy, as I was just saying, that you guys should check out if you haven't been watching it. It's really good. And we'll see if there's anybody else. In the meantime, while Marge is taking care of that, I just want to remind you, and Rob Kennel is there. Howdy, Rob. How are you? I love the picture you playing your guitar. I'm a guitar player also. Thank you for being here. And Courtney is here. Hi, Courtney. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I want to remind you, while Marge is putting the names up, that every month, Marge and I do a meditation to send peace, love, harmony, and healing, the energy of that, into our world, into our experience. And what we do is from 7 p.m. Eastern Time to 7:10 Eastern Time, we all, wherever you are, we all just sit and meditate together for 10 minutes on peace, love, harmony, and healing. And the next one that we're going to do is going to be Monday, May 20th. And again, our time is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And so whatever it would be for Central, etc. So if you can join us, we really appreciate that. More and more people have been joining us, and we're sending out a positive wave of energy that's having an effect on our world. So thank you for that. If you're just joining in, I just want to let you know that I am Ed Langan. I'm the host of Life Wisdom with Ed Langan, and this is Life Wisdom with Ed Langan. So here we are. Good. Tomorrow is May 10th, and the May issue, I think I got that up there so that everybody can see it. The May issue of Star Nations magazine will be out tomorrow. So check that out. It's a great magazine. I write a column for it, and so does Maureen, and so does Polly Joe. And there's lots of great information, and we'll see if we can't get the post into the link into the comments there for you so that you guys can check that out. Good. All right. I think we're ready. Today we're going to talk about beliefs. And the first question that we have about beliefs is, what is a belief? Our senses have the ability to take in lots and lots of information. And the way we filter that information, and yes, these are photography filters, I am a photographer, and the way we filter the information that's coming into our experience is by the beliefs that we create. Otherwise, our systems would be completely overloaded. That's interesting when you combine the two and make the purple there. So our beliefs are how we filter reality, how we choose and decide what comes into our experience and what we ignore and don't pay any attention to. Now, the interesting thing is your subconscious is collecting all of it and is aware of all of it, but your conscious mind can't handle that much information. So your beliefs are how you filter that. So that's what comes into your conscious and what comes into your experience. Your beliefs are, what everybody's beliefs are habits of thought. Beliefs are your filters, but then they're also habits of thoughts about your filters. So this will make more sense as we continue to talk about it. But a belief is a thought. I have my plasma ball here. We have lots of fun things to look at today. I have my plasma ball here, and you can see all those sparks in there are your thoughts. The ones that you believe that are your beliefs are more focused thoughts and more powerful thoughts because you think them more often, because they create stronger neural pathways in your brain. So these are the thoughts that you think the most often. Those are the ones that become your beliefs. So beliefs are actually habits of thought. Just like these. These are more focused, stronger neural pathways, habits of thoughts. And that's what your beliefs are. The interesting thing about beliefs is we use our beliefs to create what has been referred to as our self-image. Now, your self-image is this, it's not really a picture. The idea of an image sort of throws it off, but it's based on your beliefs, and it's sort of it's the parameters of what you live. You live what you believe, period. And you can't live anything outside of what you believe. It's impossible. You can't do it. If you believe something, it's true for you, whether it is or not. It doesn't matter in the bigger picture out there of if this is a fact or not. That doesn't matter. If you believe that it is, for you it is. And if you believe that it's not, for you, it's not. It's as simple as that. So that's how powerful your beliefs are. That's why we had the plasma ball out, and we're going to get it again, because your beliefs are your strongest neural pathways in your brains. It's the thoughts that your mind runs down, the neural pathways that your mind runs down the most often, those become your beliefs. Now, I have talked in other shows and in other times about the fact that you can change your neural pathways. You're not stuck with them forever, but it does take some focus and some effort. And that's why we're going to talk about releasing beliefs today and changing beliefs. It's interesting when we talk to people about beliefs, they usually don't talk about the plethora of beliefs that's serving them really, really well. They only talk about the ones that aren't working really well. And those are the ones that they're concerned about. And that's okay. All right. More pages. I want to get back to the self-image. And there's a couple of things about that. There are people who unfortunately have body dysmorphia, and they look in the mirror and they don't see what all the rest of us see. They may look in the mirror and say, I'm too fat. They may look in the mirror and say, I'm too thin. And then they'll ask someone else, what do you think? You'll say, no, you're perfectly fine. You're like, no, I look too fat. And again, it's more of a belief, and it's so powerful that they're not seeing reality. They're seeing what they believe. Now, one of my favorite, there was a post on Facebook a while back, which I used to see, and I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. But some of you will remember this. There was a picture of a cat looking in the mirror, and they had photoshopped the mirror to make the mirror look like a lion looking back at the cat. If you believe that you're the lion, you are. So that was what was being reflected back to the cat. And that's a great example of beliefs. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. If you believe it, it's true. Good. And okay, so they were putting up the live stream from Star Nations. Perfect. Oh, and the magazine, how to subscribe to the magazine. Perfect. That is going to be out tomorrow. And the May issue that I was talking about a little bit earlier, they got that up there in the comments. There it is again, so you guys can see that. And that will be great. It's a wonderful magazine. And I'm not just saying that because I write for it. It really is a wonderful magazine. There are some amazing writers and some amazing articles. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Perfect. Good. How are beliefs formed? That's a really good question. And there's a few different answers about that. So we're gonna cover all of them. One of the ways that I talk about first is, do you remember the first time you had a crush? And maybe the other person didn't feel that way, and you got your feelings hurt, and you went, oh, I'll never do that again. And you start, that's the develop of a belief. That's one of the ways that beliefs are developed. When you have an experience and there's a strong emotion attached to it, positive or negative, then you begin to create a belief. Now, it's interesting. The human mind is designed to create beliefs to make things easier for us because, as I said, there's just so much information coming in and coming at us all the time that it's hard for us to process. So when we create a steady platform to work from, and we do that by creating beliefs. You have a belief about which is the best way to drive to work. You have a belief about what's the best way to make coffee. You have a belief about all kinds of different things that you don't even think about. The human brain has three parts: the conscious part, the subconscious, and then the reptile brain, or also referred to as the monkey brain. I like to refer to it as the reptile brain, which is sort of your brain stem, which is really for your survival. That's the important part of the brain stem. And what the brain stem does is it makes sure you survive, and it helps you start to create beliefs. So here's an example. It's Thursday night, and you're going to school, and you remember that on Friday you have a test that you completely forgot about, and you're, oh, panic, right? You stay up all night, and you cram and study, and then Friday you go in, you take the test, you pass the test, your reptile brain says you survived. So when that comes around again, it's going to say to you, well, if we stay up and cram all night, we'll be fine because it worked last time, it'll work this time. And that's another way that beliefs are developed, through the reptile brain. The other way that beliefs can be developed is when you talk to someone, or an adult when you were a child talks to you, and you just take what they say on faith. You just believe them. You've heard things like, you can't believe everything you read, you can't believe everything you hear, you can't believe everything you see on TV. Well, for a long time, when those mediums just first came out, people did. I remember when I was a kid, people would say, oh, I read it in the newspaper, it must be true. No, not necessarily. I saw it on TV, it must be true. No. But what can happen is if it's a source that you trust, a source that you believe, then you will take that as a fact. You will believe that. And that will become part of your experience. And as I said, there's lots and lots of beliefs that we have that make our life very easy, very manageable, very workable, that keep us on a consistent life way. They keep our life going smoothly. That's what we're trying to say. Thank you. But when the beliefs come up is, as you start to do your work, as you raise your consciousness, as you begin to ascend, the beliefs that aren't serving you come to the surface. And those are the ones that we want to talk about shifting and changing. Here's something that you may or may not have known. And that is, when you're born till the age of about 7, you are this mimicking little, and we don't want to say machine, so we'll say being, but your work is to mimic, and you're mimicking everything that's around you. You're mimicking your parents or the people who raised you. You're mimicking your grandparents if they're around. You're mimicking your brothers and sisters. You're mimicking school. You're mimicking everything around you, and you're absorbing all of those vibrations. And you're taking much of that as a belief, because when you're that young, you take everything literally. Your mind hasn't figured out metaphors and things like that yet. So you take everything literally, and that becomes your subconscious programming. From age 0 to 7, that becomes your subconscious programming, and that becomes the basis for a lot of your beliefs. That becomes the basis actually for most of your beliefs, except the ones that you add on as you move forward. But that's where the biggest bulk of them come from. So hearing that, you might be tempted to say, okay, I need to go back and I need to clear out all of the old beliefs that aren't serving me. And you don't. Marge is going to put up some pictures. You're going to see them in a second. There is a picture of a beautiful blue glass of water, liquid, and you're the clear glass, and the blue liquid in it is your beliefs. And I did this a while back. I had heard about this before, and I was really curious about it. And what I did was I took a pitcher of water and I started pouring the water into the glass to see what would happen. And interestingly enough, the water as it pours in this case, represents the new beliefs, and it's being poured in. And as it pours in, what do you think happens? Eventually, the blue water is completely diluted and it turns clear. So you don't have to go back Okay, you just put in new beliefs and it helps flesh out the old ones. So you don't need to go back and clear everything out. You don't need to Abraham, some of you know who Abraham is, channeled through Esther Hicks, would say, you don't need to go back and make all the beds you didn't make when you were younger. You can't go back and make them. It's not important. So by pouring the new beliefs in on top of the old beliefs, the old ones go away. So it's not hard to shift and change the beliefs. It's a matter of remembering to do it. And as I said, when we start our work, when we start on our spiritual path, when we start raising our consciousness, when we start ascending, the old beliefs that are getting in the way come up automatically. And then what we do is we need some tools to help us shift and change them. So that's what we have for you. We're going to do some of that right now. We're going to start with a tapping, and I don't know if you guys have any questions. If you have any questions about that, obviously send them in. We're going to do an EFT tapping about releasing all beliefs that aren't serving us anymore. But I really want to make a point, because this comes up a lot. People go, oh no, I have to get rid of all these old beliefs. No, you don't. Simply do your work, move forward, and as the beliefs come up and as you experience them, that's when you release them and shift them. You don't have to go back looking for them. Think about how exhausting that would be to go back and write your subconscious beliefs were created from the age 0 to 7. So that's 7 years worth of stuff to go back and sift through and everything. That would be way too arduous. You don't have to do any of that. So do you remember the EFT tapping? We're gonna give you a quick explanation, and we're gonna do it again. The EFT tapping is the emotional freedom technique, and what it does is it is designed to help you release and move energy and beliefs in your body throughout your body, and it's based on Chinese meridians and acupressure points. And we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna take my glasses off and show you where they all are. We always start with a karate chop, which is this part of your hand right here. That's where we start. And we're going to say a statement 3 times on this at the beginning. And then we're going to go to just where your eyebrow starts right here. That's the first spot. Side of your eye right here is the second spot. Third spot is right underneath your eye. Fourth spot is the middle of your lip. And then your chin. The fold of your chin, your collarbone, you're supposed to go down an inch and out an inch. Now, I just have a big old hand. It's just easier to go like this for me. And then we're going to do the wrist. The wrist is from where the bone is right there, your hand and your wrist bone. It's supposed to be 3 fingers down. So again, if you just take your hand and just go like that, right on the side of your wrist here, that will get it. And then the last is the top of your head, and you want to do right on the top of your head. So again, I just have a big old hand, just do it like that. So those are the tapping points. And we're going to, Marge is going to put them up so that you guys can see them. I'm going to put them up so that I can read them for you. And we are all set. So we're going to get started. So when you do the EFT tapping, you start with a negative round. And being a law of attraction expert, in the beginning, I had a problem with that because, oh, no, you never focus on the negative. Well, the reason why we focus on the negative, and once it was explained to me, it made sense, is what it does is it sort of riles the energy up. It gets the energy flowing so that when we do the positive rounds, the energy moves out and moves out of your system. So we're going to start with a negative round. We're going to start on the karate chop, right here on this part of our hands. And we're going to say this 3 times. I'm going to read it first, and then we're all going to repeat it back. So here we go. Even though I have forgotten that I am unlimited, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And now we're all going to say it together. Even though I have forgotten that I am unlimited, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I hold on to beliefs that no longer serve me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And now all of us together. Even though I hold on to beliefs that no longer serve me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right, last one on the karate chop. Even though I have forgotten that I am unlimited, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All together. Even though I have forgotten that I am unlimited, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right, so we're going to start with the eyebrow right here, and we're going to say, I am getting in my own way. I'm going to say this all together. I am getting in my own way. Side of the eye. I have been limiting myself. All together. I have been limiting myself. Under the eye. I have created habits that no longer serve me. I have created habits that no longer serve me. Under the nose. I am tired of being limited. I am tired of being limited. And now the chin. I am tired of feeling stuck. I am tired of feeling stuck. Collarbone. I do not like feeling reined in or held back. All of us together. I do not like feeling reined in or held back. Wrist. It's me and what I believe that holds me back. It's me and what I believe that holds me back. Top of the head. I have forgotten who I really am. I have forgotten who I really am. Take a deep breath. And we're going to do the positive round. I need to stick the other page up there. There we go. Good. Perfect. All right. Positive round. Again, starts with the karate chop. I'm going to read it first, and then we're going to say it together. Here we go. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that no longer serve me, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All together. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that no longer serve me, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that are holding me back, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All together. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that are holding me back, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now, we're going to do one more on the karate chop. Here we go. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that are no longer my highest and best, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All of us together. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that are no longer for my highest and best, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Good. Now we're going to go through the tapping points. Here we go. Eyebrow. I am ready to shift my beliefs. And all of us together. I am ready to shift my beliefs. Side of the eye. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. Under the eye. I can change my beliefs. I can change my beliefs. Under the nose. It's easy to release beliefs that are no longer working for me. It's easy to release beliefs that are no longer working for me. Chin. I am shifting this energy. I am shifting this energy. Collarbone. I am releasing beliefs that no longer serve me. I am releasing beliefs that no longer serve me. Wrist. I am changing what and how I think. I am changing what and how I think. Top of the head. The universe sees me in a whole new way. The universe sees me in a whole new way. Take a deep breath. Good. All right, we're going to do another positive round. Here we go. I'll start with the karate chop. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that no longer serve me, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And all of us together. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that no longer serve me, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I am ready and willing to release any and all beliefs that are holding me back, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself, all of us together. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that are holding me back, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I am ready and willing to release any beliefs, any and all beliefs that no longer work for my highest and best, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself, all of us together. I am willing and ready to release any and all beliefs that are no longer for my highest and best, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right, now the tapping points. I control what I focus on. I control what I focus on, side of the eye. I control what I think about. I control what I think about, under the eye. I can easily change my beliefs. I can easily change my beliefs, under the nose. I am releasing all of my limiting beliefs, all of us together. I am releasing all of my limiting beliefs. Perfect. Chin, my life changes as my beliefs change. My life changes as my beliefs change. Collarbone, I am freeing myself from limiting beliefs. I am freeing myself from limiting beliefs. Wrist, I am the only one who can change this. I am the only one who can change this. Hand top of the head. I have decided to release any limiting beliefs that I am holding on to. I have decided to release any limiting beliefs that I am holding on to. Take a deep breath. Good. Take these down here. Perfect. Hello, John Shaw. How are you? Shaw John. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. Thank you for love the acupuncture. Did so much for me. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. Good. Excellent. The tapping is interesting. I always enjoy doing the tapping, and we are going to have it in the comments at the end. I'll make sure that it's posted there so you guys can hi Pauline, how are you? Thank you for being here. So that you guys can print it and use it again if you want to, or you can obviously watch back the show and do it with me again too. Either way, these resources are here. We have done a tapping on every single show, and it is in the archive, so you guys can get them and do them. The tapping is really helpful. It's a good way to move energy, to shift energy and change beliefs. So I really like the tapping. I hope you guys liked it too. All right. When I was talking about pouring the water in on the old beliefs, putting in new beliefs, it would be good if you had some new beliefs to put in to start shifting. So I do have some affirmations that we've used before, and they're really, really good affirmations. So we have them for you again. And they are as follows, and you can use these to start to reprogram your subconscious. So I am enough. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am lovable. I love myself enough to put me first. That's a big one for a lot of people. I choose to be kind. I matter. When's the last time someone told you you mattered? I'm telling you now, every single one of you, you matter. That's a really good affirmation. It's not egotistical. It's not arrogant. You matter. You do. I love me. I choose to be kind to myself. I know that mistakes are normal and how I learn. Failing leads to succeeding. I will keep going. I choose to be happy. I am taking care of my body. I am happy. I am abundant. Failure and success are part of life and nothing to fear. I am whole I am thriving. So those are some new affirmations for you to start reprogramming your subconscious. That's pouring the clear water in on top of the old beliefs, as you saw in the pictures. And then there's one more way here for you, and this was channeled to me directly from the guides, and this is the belief releasing statement. And once again, it will be available, and I use this a lot with my clients. We use it in the workshops, and as I read it to you, you'll be able to feel the energy of it. And it's a mantra, it's a prayer, whatever you want to call it, but it's very effective, and it puts a crack into the energy and really starts to shift and change the beliefs. So here we go. I'm asking for healing of my beliefs. I'm releasing and removing beliefs that no longer serve me. I'm releasing these beliefs about blank, and you'll fill in whatever it is. I am uprooting and releasing them completely and fully, whether I learned them from others or created them myself, and for any and all reasons they were created in me, I now release them fully, totally, and completely out of my belief constructs. And I am asking that this be replaced with what serves me at the highest and best levels, to be replaced with light, love, truth, and healing. So that's a really good way to also start shifting and changing beliefs. Good. I don't know if there is any other comments there that Marjorie wants to put up. I just, Courtney, thank you, Courtney. Love this and a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Courtney. Mara, hi, Mara, how are you? And put up, this really helps. Thank you. And I appreciate that. I appreciate all the comments and all you guys watching it. Thank you. If you are just joining, this is Life Wisdom with Ed Langan, and I am Ed Langan. And we are up to the second part of the show. So I'm going to let the guides come in, and if you have any questions that you would like to ask the guides, we can do that for you. Just a couple of quick reminders. Sometimes the guides are blunt. They can be very direct and blunt, but it always comes from a place of love. The more focused and more powerful the question, the more focused and powerful the answer. We do want you to remember this is a public forum, so we don't want to be airing anybody's dirty laundry out in the public, so just keep that in mind when you ask the questions. Sometimes my voice changes when the guides speak through me. It's nothing to worry about. We also want you to remember that you always have free will, so the guides are not going to take away your free will. They're not going to do something that you can do. They'll offer you guidance and wisdom, but it's still up to you to do it. And the guides will give you what you need, but not necessarily what you want. Good. So if anybody has any questions for the guides, we will answer them. And if not, we will we'll pull the guides in and have them talk to you anyway. Okay. So Pauline Brown is asking if there's any messages for me today. So, and we love the angel there on Pauline. So hold on one second. Let's bring them in and let's see what they have to say to Pauline today. So Pauline, what we're getting for you is the thing that we keep hearing really strongly is relax. That you're trying a little bit too hard, and you're sort of pressing, which sort of scatters the energy and pushes, sort of makes your outcome fuzzy. So they want you to relax a little bit and just be easier about it. That you're trying just a little bit too hard. And one of the things that we talk about when we talk about law of attraction and creating is when you are trying to make something happen, you don't have it. So stop with the trying and come back to the I already have this. Come back to a more centered, more grounded place and relax. Everything is going to work out. Everything is going to be fine, but less trying and more sort of relaxing. It is the energy is heightened with the phase of the moon and the moving into spring and everything else. So just try to relax a little bit. If you meditate, do a little bit more of your meditation practice, and that will help. Good. Thank you, Pauline. And Courtney, any messages for me from the Ascended Masters? Thank you. So let's see what's going on with Courtney, if they have anything to say. They're saying that they want you to be optimistic, that things are going to start moving in a more positive direction for you, that things are going to start getting better and start sort of accelerating. More of the happier experiences that you want are going to start moving into your situation. What they would like you to do is they would like you to focus on the vibration of joy. They want you to, when you're doing your meditation, when your time is quiet, when you have a chance to focus, they want you to remember things that bring you joy and let that be the vibration that you're putting out to the universe. And as you focus more and more on joy and let the energy of joy flow through you, that will bring more joy into your life. And they're optimistic about what's coming for you. Things are going to start moving forward for you in a more joyful way. And they want you to continue to find the joy within you and flow that energy out there and let that be what the law of attraction is matching for you. So excellent. Thank you, Courtney. Appreciate the question. Rob Kendall, I'm considering a new spiritual tradition. Is this a good way for me to go? And how does it fit with current studies? Interesting. I am, and the guides are still speaking through me, so it's a combination of both of us, Rob. Keep that in mind. I am always looking for new information. I am always a sponge. I think I drive Marjorie crazy at times because there's always something new, and I'm always learning something new, and I'm always looking for something new, and there's always new teaching and everything. And as we ascend and as we move into our higher consciousness and keep going, we open ourselves up to more and more information, and more things come into our experience. The thing is not to completely abandon what we've already been doing. We are all really unique points of energy, each one of us, and each one of our experiences really matters. And how we think and how we integrate different things together makes a difference. So when you move into a new spiritual tradition, you really don't let go of all of your old stuff. It's a matter of how are you going to integrate the two and come up with a new energy, a new point of view, a new understanding by integrating the two. The newer one is good for you, and we would pursue it and we would go after that, but don't completely let go of what you've already done. Find a way to integrate the both of them so that you're doing them together. And as we said, your point of view, the energy that coalesces from that brings everything into a new place and a new understanding. So it's a combination of both. Good. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Great question. Are there changes in my career coming soon? Julie Shenway Hill. Julie, thank you. Thank you for your question. Yes, they are coming soon. There's a little bit of are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And is what we're feeling with you. And so try to relax. We understand that when you're doing something that you're not crazy about and you want to do something else, that there is that natural tendency and that natural pull. This is the mantra that I use from the guides all the time, that we use together. And it's this: everything is always working out for me, even when it seems like it's not. So you are right on track. Everything is flowing. You are, and Julie, right now the clock says 4:44. You're right on track. Everything is fine. You're moving forward. It's working. Try to relax and trust with that. It's about timing, and we would like to think that we control time from our human perspective, but we don't. Timing is universal. Timing is divine. And when everything is lined up and everything is perfect, things will begin to unfold. Focus more on Well, here you go. This is what we want you to do. We want you to relax about the new career, about the new job. We know there's some writing and things like that coming up for you. We want you to do similar to what we told Courtney. We want you to find joy within you and focus on the energy of joy and try to send that out. Don't try. Focus on the joy. Let that energy flow and feel that energy and let that be what you keep putting out into the universe as often as you can. We know, think about the joy and the fun you have with your children and think about the other fun, joyful things that you do and send that out and let the universe match that. Let that be your focus instead of the new career, and that will speed things up for you. Good. Thank you. Great question. Valerie, how are you? Valerie Wild Owl. I'd like to know when to take the leap to leave my job and take the leap for my business. Great question, Valerie. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. How does it feel in your intuition? How does it feel in your heart? We know that you're very connected. We know that you feel the energy. We know that you feel that. So one of the things, and hopefully you were able to watch the whole show, and if not, please go back and watch it and work on some of the beliefs, releasing the beliefs here, because you still have a few beliefs that are sort of holding you back, that are making you a little bit nervous about doing this. And as you shift those beliefs and pay attention to how you're feeling, you will know the exact time. It's coming fairly soon. You know, we will say, and again, we don't want to take away your free will, and you have the ability to speed this up and slow this down. So we're going to read the energy of you of right now, and the energy of you right now is about 3 months or so is what we're feeling. We're getting about 3-4 months. That's about what we're feeling. That's the energy of right now. You have complete and total free will. You're allowed to speed that up. You're allowed to slow that down. There's no right or wrong about that. But trust what you're feeling. Trust what's coming from here. You're going to know when it's perfect. Good. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate your question. Thank you. We'll see if there's any others. Pauline. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much. Yes, need to meditate more. You're welcome, Pauline. Thank you for sharing that that validation. Courtney says thank you. Thank you, Courtney. We appreciate it. And Marge, as always, is doing a great job getting all the questions and the comments up there. Julie is saying thank you, Julie Shumway Hill. You're welcome, Julie. Thank you. We appreciate it. Rob Kendall is saying interesting. Thank you. You're welcome, Rob. We're excited for you. It's you're in an interesting place, and it's going to be fun for you to sort of unravel that and figure that out. So it's exciting. It's a good place for you. Excellent. So thank you to everybody there. All right. Let's see if the guides just have any messages in general that they just want to share with everybody. So just give me a second here, and we'll see. We'll see. This is a little bit off the subject of what Ed has been talking today about beliefs and shifting and changing beliefs. We want to talk to you about this because this is part of the energy that all of you are feeling, and we want you to help you to understand it. As you raise your consciousness and as you ascend and as you're moving up, which you all are doing a whole lot faster than you realize, and things are changing really, really fast, faster than you think the energy is shifting, we want you to be aware of polarized energy. There is a lot of polarized energy on your planet at this time, and it's not a bad thing because it's teaching you about the energy of the third dimension. It's teaching you about the energy of polarization. So polarization is this is right, this is wrong, good and bad, yes and no, positive, negative. That's polarized. You're seeing examples of it all over your planet. The most obvious one is in your political situation with the Democrats and the Republicans, and how they just seem to be completely polarized and there's no coming together. the thing about the polarizing energy is, as you raise your consciousness and as you move up into your higher vibrations, into your heart center, you begin to start to understand neutral. Shakespeare said, "I give everything I see all the meaning that it has for me." No, that's what the Course in Miracles says. Pardon us. Course in Miracles says, "I give everything I see all the meaning it has for me." Shakespeare said, "Nothing is neither good nor bad, but thinking that makes it so." So in every moment, you are choosing, and you can choose whether you're joining in the polarizing energy, which brings you back down, which keeps you in the third dimension, or if you're going to rise up into the fourth dimension, into your heart chakra, and see that it's neutral and experience it from neutral instead of making somebody right, instead of making somebody wrong. Now, this is the part that does tie into the show today about beliefs, because the right and the wrongness is based on beliefs. It's not based on facts, it's based on beliefs. Remember, Ed said earlier that whatever you believe is true for you, whether it is or not. That's the polarizing energy. And that's what's being played out in your world, and that's what you're seeing now. And your work, if you choose, and part of your experience, which is going to happen whether you go willingly or not, is you're going to continue to rise up, and you're going to realize that it's neutral. So if you can start doing that on your own, not with the big things that really make you upset, but with the little things, start understanding that it's neutral and removing your energy from the polarized energy, that will help raise your consciousness. That will help you on your spiritual growth, on your spiritual path, and in many ways. So we hope that's clear. If you have any questions about it, you can leave comments. I think or maybe you have questions about it now. I think we have a couple minutes left. So I think that's good. Rob has another question, Rob Kendall. I'm also had an ongoing career question. If I can ask a second question, please, Rob. Absolutely. Fellow guitar players, you know how it is, guys. And while we're waiting for Rob to type in the question, oh, there it is. Good. Okay, and that was Marge saying that to go ahead and ask the question. So good, perfect. I want to remind everybody about the meditation and prayer. Once again, I also, if you live in the Massachusetts area or in Southern Rhode Island, we're sort of in Southern Massachusetts, Marge and I, we teach workshops all over the area. That information is in my website, which Marge will put up in a little while. So you guys can do that. So you can come and check us out at workshops. We actually teach 5 different workshops. We teach law of attraction. We teach what your soul wants you to know. We teach empowering relationships. We teach super tapping, which is a combination of EFT tapping and an energy step, which is a law of attraction technique. And we teach, I can't remember what the fifth one is. Oh, heal your money energy. So those are the 5 workshops that we teach. If you are in the area, we can do that. And we'll see if Rob can put a question up here there we go. What did the guides say about my ongoing career questions? Okay. As your energy changes, Rob, and as you're moving into higher vibrations and shifting and changing your energy, the older stuff that doesn't work, that doesn't really match, starts to fall away. And you begin to notice that more and more as your energy shifts and changes. And as your raising your consciousness, and the place that you're working isn't necessarily doing that and isn't necessarily keeping up with your energy, you start to feel the drag on that. You start to feel the distance on that. And then you begin to start to questioning, what is it? Should I really be doing? Should I still be doing this? Am I tired of doing this? And all kinds of questions like that become part of your experience. When you're making a decision about anything, what we advise you to do is, if you're considering moving on to another job, try that energy on. Put that energy on. Start moving in that direction. Start feeling it. Start telling yourself the story about it. Start focusing on that and see how it feels to you. As you get far enough into it, you are going to have a feeling response. And then go back to your other choice, which would be staying where you are, continuing to do the work that you're doing, and start flowing the energy that way and start seeing how that feels. Keep that energy on, feel that vibrationally. One of the two is going to feel better to you. Now, depending on how significant the energy flows and how much of a difference it makes will depend on how strong the energy flows one way or another. But one of them will feel significantly better to you, and then we would begin to start moving in that direction. You have more control over all of this than you realize. And it's all about noticing the energy and paying attention to how you feel. You do create your own reality. So if you create your own reality, which you do, you have the ability to create it the way that you want to, but you have belief habits that are going to come up that need to be shifted as you do. So we would go that way because, again, we're not going to take away your free will. See which way it feels better to you and start moving in that direction. So hopefully that answered your question. Marge is giving me the high sign there now that my eyes are back open. Pauline Brown, I would love to come to your workshops, but I live in the UK. Well, Pauline, someday, hopefully, we will get across the pond, and Marge and I would love to meet you and see you in the UK. I have lots of relatives over there. My family is from over that way, so that would be wonderful to meet you. Thank you. I appreciate your comments. Valerie Wild Owl is saying, great message. Thank you. You're welcome, Valerie. Thank you. Perfect. All right. Mara is saying, thank you. This was really helpful. You're welcome, Mara. I always appreciate that. Appreciate your comments. Thank you. And let's see if there's any other comments here. Oh, and Neshi has a comment. Pauline, Star Nations will be offering classes online starting this fall. Maybe Ed can arrange to teach a class or two through Star Nations Academy, and then you can attend one of his classes. I didn't know you were going to do that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to do that. So that's a big yes for me, Neshi. Sure. Cool. I love it. Great. That would be fun. I would like to go across the pond and see you too, but that would be fun to do that. And Susan, what do the guides say about the family issues that I am facing? All right, let's see. The first thing that they would like you to do is they would like you to soften it a little bit and try to relax and try to center more in yourself. The answers that you're seeking, what you're looking for, is going to come from within. You're going to know what to do. What they'd like you to do is they would like you to ground more. So we don't know if you know a grounding meditation, but we would do a grounding meditation. We would get our feet out on the ground, on the earth, and help that ground and help that do that. And we would try to relax. We would try to meditate. We would try to stay centered. We would try to stay grounded and try to stay connected and try to take some of the energy out of it. Try to relax a little bit with it. so that you're not feeding into it. It's a matter of staying within yourself, staying connected, and doing the best you can to flow your connected energy to yourself, and then have more as you're connected, and as you're flowing more joy, and as you're opening your heart center, and as you are shining your light more, you will start to be a stronger influence in the experiences that are having that with your family, and things will start changing from there. But it's a matter of you stepping up your energy, opening your heart, and letting your energy flow so that you have more influence on the situation, and it will begin to start changing that way. But it can change from within you, from you first, and you become sort of the brightest light in the room, and that will help and start to shift the energy. So we hope that helps and answers your question there. Thank you for the question. Rob Kendall is saying, thank you, Ed. You're welcome, Rob. We appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Pauline, thank you. You're welcome. We appreciate it. And Marge. Thanks, Rob. I really appreciate that. Marge is doing a great job. You'll have to come to the workshops to meet her, because she said she will never, ever be on any of the videos or any of that. So that is our show for this week. Or this month, actually. We will be back next month. I forgot to say, if there's any subjects that you guys would like us to do a show on, we'd be more than happy to do that. So you can put it in the comments, or if you think about it, send it. My website, hopefully Marge has been putting that up there, the email. And I want to say thank you to Marge. I want to say thank you to Neshi, who is doing an amazing job from Star Nation. And I want to thank all of you, everybody who watched, everybody who shared it and liked it and participated. Thank you. We will see you next month. And with that, we say, and the guides say, light and love. Thank you. Take care.